The TV1 News is proudly brought to you by
Hello, I'm Rex Lita with the news. Thanks for joining us. In this edition, road to share acquisition nears end, Modilon Hospital scales down operations, and more local cocoa to be processed onshore. New Pogara Limited's Board of Directors have approved the steps required to transfer 2.5% of the company's shares from escrow to the Enga Provincial Government's nominee, Enga Minerals Resources Management Company Limited. The transfer follows confirmation from the state solicitor that the state allocation offer under the Pogara Project Commencement Agreement is now binding.
The agreement provides for the 10% shareholding currently held in escrow to be allocated to three groups: 5% to special mining lease landowners, 2.5% to non-SML affected landowners, and 2.5% to the Enga Provincial Government. Once the remaining procedures are completed, the transfer will make the Enga Provincial Government a direct shareholder of New Pogara Limited for the first time. Combined with its existing indirect interest through MRE, the provincial government will have an effective 5% interest in the company. As a direct shareholder, the Enga provincial government will be entitled to receive its share of future dividends, providing a potential long-term revenue stream for infrastructure, public services, and economic development in Enga province. The transfer of the remaining escrow shares to SML and non-SML affected landowners is subject to the Community Development Agreement process led by the state through the Mineral Resources Authority. Freddie Mo, TV1 News.
K92 Mining Limited, the operator of the Kainantu Gold Mine in Eastern Highlands Province, has announced the payment of 240 million kina in corporate tax installment. This is the second quarter payment for the 2026 financial year. This payment comes at the backdrop of yet another strong second quarter performance.
The 240 million kina second quarter installment now brings K92's half-year tax payment to 527 million kina. It paid 287 million kina in the first quarter. This already surpasses the 420 million kina in corporate tax paid or accrued in 2025, with one installment still remaining for the year. The 240 million kina second quarter payment has been attributed to yet another strong performance in the second quarter, with a total production of 46,093 ounces of gold equivalent recorded. Outlining its quarter two financial results, K92 recorded 196 million kina in capital investment aimed at advancing the mine stage 3 and stage 4 expansions, 20 million kina in royalties, and 6 million kina in levies to MRA, among others. Chief Executive Officer John Lewin said K92 is pleased to deliver another strong quarter, noting continued operational progress and multiple records achieved across mine development, ore processing, and total mineral mined. Lewin said the new state-of-the-art 1.2 million tons per annum stage 3 expansion process plant continued to perform strongly, delivering record throughput with gold recoveries exceeding design and copper recoveries in line with expectations. Mason Lewis, TV1 News.
The planned partial shutdown and phased rationing of the water supply in Port Moresby is scheduled to proceed this weekend from 14th to 16th August. This is to enable critical repairs to the major pipeline leakage. Water PNG has released a water rationing schedule which will come into effect at 7 p.m. on Friday, with suburbs categorized into 4 zones. While repair works are expected to be completed by Sunday and normal water supply to return on Sunday night, consumers have been encouraged to run their taps for at least 5 minutes to flush the system or boil water before consumption. The repair work is a culmination of months of planning in order to reduce the potential cause at a total collapse of the system. The Madang Provincial Hospital has scaled down several critical health services, including maternity care, elective surgery, outpatient services, and ambulatory care, due to ongoing shortages of vital medical supplies.
The measures took effect today and will remain in place until adequate supplies are restored. According to a circular instruction issued by the Madang Provincial Health Authority yesterday, the hospital said its limited medicines and consumables are being reserved for critically ill patients while it waits for normal supplies from the area medical store in Leh to arrive. The hospital's labor ward is unable to operate fully because of shortages of specialist medicines and other essential supplies. Patients with normal cases are being advised to seek maternity services at nearby facilities, including Yagao Rural Hospital, Alexis Hafen Health Center, and other convenient clinics. Public outpatient services, including dental services, will focus primarily on emergency cases. Patients requiring prescriptions may be directed to purchase medicines from private pharmacies in town. Ambulatory care has been suspended, while emergency cases will continue to be managed by relevant specialist teams. Day clinics, including dental, TB, and HIV clinics, will remain open for patients requiring prescriptions. However, the TB and STI HIV/AIDS clinics will primarily serve continuing patients. The hospital has also directed stable patients in its wards to be discharged where appropriate to make beds available, with priority given to critically ill patients. The Madang Provincial Health Authority has further directed all hospital staff to remain at work during official hours and according to their shift rosters. The hospital management has also been instructed to ensure the measures are implemented and provide timely updates. Susan Oriape, TVWAN News.
Personnel from the Papua New Guinea Defence Force were part of a team that took part in a mock oil spill response operation at the Leh Main Wharf today. The hands-on drill is part of the 4-day disaster management and humanitarian assistance field training exercise in Leh, facilitated by the U.S. Embassy, Port Moresby.
An oil spill releases toxic petroleum liquid into the marine ecosystem, coating and suffocating wildlife, contaminating water sources, and poisoning food chains. Humans are affected when they breathe in the toxic fumes or eat the contaminated marine creatures. Participants from the Disaster Management and Humanitarian Assistance Field Training exercise were at the Leh port today to learn how to conduct a response operation in the event that there is an oil spill. The group consisted of officers from the PNG Defence Force, PNG Ports, the National Maritime Safety Authority, the U.S. Coast Guard, and the training lead, the U.S. Pacific Command's Center for Excellence in Disaster Management and Humanitarian Assistance. Commander Jesse Harms from the U.S. Coast Guard, who is based out of Honolulu in Hawaii, said this is the culminating part of the training where they do hands-on work, and it gives participants the opportunity to learn how oil spill response equipment works.
So behind me, we've got boom reels, we've got some storage containment. We're going to work with the harbor pilot to pull the boom out. And when I say boom, it's basically a partition in the water that can move around and keep the oil in one place. It allows you to control a free-flowing form of petroleum that would otherwise impact the shoreline and impact people's way of life, their fisheries, things that we don't want to have happen. So that's why we're doing this training today. We've been training these guys all week. They understand the principles. And what's really interesting is getting this kind of group together where you have industry, the military, the port, and that's really what it's like in reality, is you have to get all hands on deck to tackle problems like this.
Warrant officer from the PNG Defense Forces Ley area, Paul Bieta, had a chance to handle the orange-colored containment boom, which is deployed on water to prevent the oil from spreading.
And one of these, where we are now, has really enhanced our landing capabilities in terms of deployment to disaster and emergencies. And what the troops are learning now, it will really enhance their training. It will build their capacity, their understanding to deploy with the civil organizations. With our counterparts from the U.S. Coast Guard team, we are very happy, we're more than happy to help our counterparts with us. And I believe at the end of this training, our team will be working out with some sound knowledge of what the Coast Guard is trying to deliver to us in terms of oil spill in our country, and maybe outside the nation.
He is attached with the IGA medical team. Kamila Guare, TVWAN News, Ley.
As the Papua LNG project nears a final investment decision, landowners are preparing to participate in spin-off businesses. A landowner group from the Petroleum Retention License 15 has entered into a joint venture agreement with Pacific Corporate Security to deliver security logistics and community engagement services in Gulf Province. The agreement was signed in Port Moresby yesterday.
Kalimu Oil Petroleum Retention License, or PRL 15 Consolidated Holdings Limited, is the incorporated landowner company representing resource landowners of PRL 15, comprising 7 clans from Evara Village, Paimuru District, and Kikori in Gulf Province. The joint venture is part of broader efforts to increase local content and landowner participation ahead of development activities in PRL 15. Pacific Corporate Security Managing Director Jacob Kaupa said this partnership brings together PCS expertise in professional security services to help the landowner company for PRL 15, ensuring greater local participation, safety, and economic benefit for Gulf Province.
Lo invest inside lo security space lo MIPLA ready lo take on responsibilities.
Country Security Manager Paul Young said engaging security services is essential for the safety and security of developers and the community as a whole.
Hopefully 15 years when we're still going strong, we can see the benefits that both parties will achieve by this contract.
Young thanked the landowners for their commitment to a joint partnership with PCS. Former Police Commissioner Anthony Wagambi, who is a member of PCS, urged the landowners to maintain the joint venture relationship because effective security will foster development in their area.
Keep the good relationship amongst yourselves. If you don't keep the relationship, then people are protected. Normally, you are in a community. Project also you get up and down stuff. I don't have to.
The landowners thanked PCS for this partnership, which will enable the community's direct involvement in securing and supporting development in PRK 15.
Something you make him, the people something you make him finish. You boom. And first history, people in some look him in that time. So me take you no you play.
Seventh line, me time. Usai to have been located low, isolated in a remote area inside the Gulf Province. Now the 7th time to start there. So that's why me start long time to government losing me blackpins. Now me can see that. So one the good opportunity most now. pampanika toto.
Tracy Pa, TV1 News.
This is TV1 News. We'll take a short break and return with more stories on the other side. Stay tuned.
Banking doesn't have to be complicated. With PSP's One Talk Wallet, control your money wherever, whenever. Dial *131#, enter your PIN, select cash in or out, and generate a secure code to withdraw cash. It's the only wallet for cardless ATM withdrawals. Send and receive funds, pay for goods and bills, or withdraw cash with ease. All with PSP's One Talk Wallet. PSP's One Talk Wallet. Money made easy. Dial *131# today.
What a game this has been. With a minute to go, it all comes down to this.
And here they come. They go wide. Passes to Becky. He juggles. Kicks it. Who'll get there? No, Kara. He's over. What a try. Oh, the emotions are flowing. Jubilation. Ecstasy. What a game.
A true champion is measured by their courage, their determination, and their passion to never give up and to always keep trying. With a delicious Milo in milk taste and added nutrients, Milo in milk is a great way to fuel our little champions with nourishing energy every day. Because true champions give it their all.
Milo, P&G and Mia. Find P&G made.
Are you ready to meet the best version of yourself? The one with the bright, confident smile? You've got to take pride in how good you look, how fresh your breath smells, and how great you feel. To boss it at work, to be your best for uni, or to catch the eye of that special someone. You've got to brush up your vibe with whiter, healthier, brighter teeth. Brush up for confidence with Colgate.
Guest! Oh no! And the bathroom smells like this!
A fancy hand wash, come to the front! Loofah older than Uncle Foofa, please hide behind! Last year's face wash, time to cover your face!
You can hide all that junk, sure, but how will you hide the smell anymore?
Godrej Air Pocket!
Wow! With Power Gel technology, keeps the bathroom fresh for up to 30 days. Godrej Air Pocket. Bye-bye bad smell. Hello sweet fragrance.
The PNG LNG project has now generated more than 30 billion kina for Papua New Guinea since production commenced. Nearly half of this amount has been paid as tax. Equity distributions are paid to KPHL and MRDC based on the interest they hold. Tax is paid to the IRC, while development levies and royalties are paid to DPE.
Welcome back. Papua New Guinea's largest cocoa processing facility, Queen Emma Chocolate Company, through Paradise Foods Limited, launched its newly renovated chocolate factory today. The upgraded processing facility will allow locally grown cocoa to be processed domestically at a higher volume for both domestic and international markets. The upgrade was made possible with funding support from the European Union.
12 new cocoa processing and chocolate equipment are now part of the upgraded Queen Emma Chocolate Factory. Paradise Foods Limited CEO, when welcoming this development, shared how the upgrade will support higher value exports while creating new economic opportunities throughout the cocoa supply chain in PNG.
It's really about laying the foundation for a future greenfield. This facility is a critical step in our long-term growth. It significantly increases our capacity. We're going from 9 tons to 200 tons. But it's also a bridge. It's a bridge to the future state-of-the-art greenfield factory that we can conceive now and work towards. As demand grows, we will outgrow this site, and we will plan to outgrow this site. That is going to be by design. So every process, every partnership, every lesson learned here, we're going to translate that into a technologically advanced facility that is absolutely necessary to give us parity with world competitors.
General Manager of Queen Emma Chocolate, Karina Makori, said the brand directly impacts over 6,000 individual cocoa farmers in East Sepik, Morobe, Milne Bay, and Central Province, while at the same time upskilling them.
In November of 2020, Paradise Food signed a partnership with the FAO together to work with smallholder farmers in East and West Sepik. Through the EU Straight program, led by FAO, the relationship developed into a much broader and value chain partnership.
Guest speaker Prime Minister James Marape emphasized on the importance of cocoa in the country and the government's collaboration with Paradise Food for system improvement and outreach to farmers. He said PNG can secure its economic future and directly enrich rural communities.
Utilizing price support, working with partners like the European Union, and I want to at this juncture thank European Union, 300 million Kina Plus. One of the earlier work I did in 2019 was approving their project so that the 2 Sepik provinces could be out there in the cacao business. By now it should be entrenched, it should be maturing. There should be system go. All roads lead to Paradise Food. For cacao, all roads must lead to Paradise Food. Why not? Why not? Why not? You're already in manufacturing. The reason why I said is you're in manufacturing already. So if we could have this catchment and all road lead to this downstream processing here, preparing for Queen Emma and other products to be sold, then it is value added all around.
This launch was made possible through the signing of a Memorandum of Understanding signed between Food and Agriculture Organization and Paradise Food Limited as part of the EU Straight PNG program. Jasmine Rojak, TVWAN News.
Paradise Foods Limited Chief Executive Officer Dave Jadio announced the strategy to position Papua New Guinea's very own cocoa inside high-end global food service markets through this launch. Paradise Foods is planning a shift from producing everyday commercial chocolate bars to supplying premium bulk cocoa products tailored specifically for international hotels, bakeries, restaurants, and more.
Positions us to serve international food service with a focus on a B2B portfolio. So we will still continue to harvest our retail, but we want to open new markets and new categories with B2B, business to business, cocoa mass, cocoa powder, cocoa butter, and specialty couvertures as ingredients. And these ingredients are the foundations, if you travel the world, of exceptional desserts, beverages, confections. They're used extensively in bakeries and in restaurants and artisan chocolatiers. And pastry chefs love these ingredients. We intend to bring our products to the pastry chefs of the world, and we intend to make them love our products.
In a move aimed at safeguarding the cultural heritage, the Racket Stewardship Council Inc., which represents the Binding people of East New Britain Province, has banned the public performance of the Binding fire dance and TVWAN ceremonies at public events, shows and festivals. The decision follows concerns raised by Binding chiefs and community leaders after the Binding fire dance and TVWANs were featured during the recent Mask and Warwargira festival in Kokopo.
The Kakite Stewardship Council, representing the Binding people of East New Britain, has banned the public performance of the Binding fire dance and display of sacred TVWANs at shows, festivals, and other public events. The decision follows a controversial performance at the recent Mask and Warwargira festival in Kokopo. Council Chairman and Binding Chief Nicholas Leo says the performance breached Binding customs as the fire dance and TVWANs are traditionally reserved for sacred night ceremonies. The council has also resolved to fine a Kakite group from Rangulit 100,000 kina for taking sacred tumbuans to the festival, with the money to be shared among 5 major binding clans. The council is also condemning the commercialization of binding customs, including the sale of shirts, laplaps, and bags printed with tumbuan and fire dance images. Council Executive John Lumu says anyone wishing to publicly perform or use images of the sacred customs must first seek permission from the traditional elders. The council is also calling on the East New Britain provincial government and tourism authorities to consult them before organizing activities involving binding cultural practices. Freddie Moe, TV1 News.
Minister for Community Development, Youth and Religion, Jason Peter, is in Kimber to launch the research into perspectives on social media censorship in Papua New Guinea. Minister Peter is accompanied by Chief Censor Jim Ambani. The findings from the research will help inform the development of appropriate laws and policies on social media use and censorship in Papua New Guinea. The official opening will be held in Kimber later tonight. Bishop Jacob Killer Harry was re-elected to continue leading the United Church in urban regions. He will serve for another 2 years. The election plays at 3 p.m. on Wednesday, August 12, during the Urban Region 11th Biannual 58th Synod in Port Moresby. Delegates from circuits across the urban region and outside provinces, including Northern Province, Morobe, and Eastern, participated. Urban towns represented were Vanimo, Lorengau, Madang, and Wewak. The United Church Urban Region Synod continues through August 14th, guided by the theme, "The battle is not yours, God will fight for you." Minister for Defense and member for Pomio, Elias Kapavori, officially opened the Susi Bridge in Malakor Central Pomio LLG on Friday, 7th August 2026. He thanked the local communities for supporting the project and ensuring it came to fruition.
The 50-meter-long Bailey Bridge was constructed at a cost of about 9 million kina. The cost was shared by the Pomio District Development Authority, the provincial government through the Provincial Services Improvement Program funds, and the National Department of Works through the Connect PNG program. Member for Pomio and Defense Minister Elias Kapavore officially opened the bridge on Friday, August 7th, 2026, and said the opening is symbolic evidence of community support. He thanked the community for safeguarding the facilities and equipment, ensuring that there was a smooth, progressive workflow on their land leading to the opening. He challenged them to use the bridge for its intended purposes. Tracy Pa, TV1 News.
And now the finance report. The kina closed lower at $0.2263 in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, our kina was buying $0.2188, $0.3062 Australian dollars, €0.1818 euro, and 34.63 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York closed, gold, coffee, cocoa, and copper closed higher, while palm oil and crude oil closed lower. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed lower, ASX closed lower, and all ordinaries closed lower as well. You're watching TVWAN News. Stay with us for more news after these messages.
For too long, banking has felt out of reach for many. But now, PSP's OneTalk wallet is here to change that. Send and receive money, pay bills, and top up. It's your money, wherever, whenever. Because at PSP, we are committed to improving how our customers connect to our OneTalks, to our family, to the ones we love. PSP's OneTalk wallet. Money made easy. Dial *131# for everyone.
What a game this has been. With a minute to go, it all comes down to this. And here they come. They go wide. Passes to Becky. He juggles. Kicks it. Who'll get there? No, Kara. He's over. What a try. Oh, the emotions are flowing. Jubilation. Ecstasy. What a game.
Every growing child needs the best care to help them grow physically, socially, intellectually, and emotionally. That's why I choose Tender Care. It keeps skin clean and fresh and is hypoallergenically tested for gentle and safe protection. So my child can be protected for all of life's adventures. Tender Care.
You have to meet my best friend. She's the sweetest. Hey, check out my hair.
Which one? The one on your head or the one in the sink? Relax. Next time, just use the Mega Growth Anti-Damage Relaxer. It's infused with wonder oils and conditioning proteins for visibly less hair breakage after retouching. Now your hair looks great.
Thank you.
Mega Growth Anti-Damage No-Light Cream Relaxer for visibly less hair breakage after retouching.
Meet YumiPay, your digital wallet from TISA Bank. Your gateway to seamless transactions. Withdraw cash anytime at your nearest TISA agent. Send money to family and friends anytime, anywhere. Top up and pay with just a scan. From taxis to coffee and small businesses, YumiPay makes every payment simple. YumiPay, powered by TISA Bank.
Thanks for staying with us. Turning overseas, Victoria is about to embark on what the government says is the world's biggest ever wildlife vaccination project, rounding up thousands of little penguins in a bid to save them from bird flu. It's a race against the clock. The H5N1 strain is already spreading through Australian bird life, and there are fears it would decimate Australia's largest penguin colony.
It's a mammoth effort to save the little penguins, famous for drawing in flocks of tourists each year.
This is the largest vaccination project in wildlife that has ever been undertaken.
But few are shying from the monumental nature of the task ahead.
This operation is not without risk.
The vaccine program, unveiled by the Commonwealth yesterday, is expected to focus mostly on birds in captivity. Next week's rollout in Victoria, by contrast, will see officers catch thousands of wild penguins as they hobble back to their burrows and give them 2 staggered doses each.
So it's an injectable vaccine and about 3 to 4 weeks between shots.
For a start, they are very accustomed to people through both tourism and through a very long-term research and monitoring program.
But even with success, the target of 5,000 fully vaccinated birds is well short of the Phillip Island colony of up to 40,000 and 1,600 in St Kilda.
It's important to note that vaccines in themselves are not a silver bullet, but they are a really important and key targeted tool that we can use.
It comes as the Melbourne Royal Show announced it would not hold poultry exhibitions or competitions this year due to the spread of the virus. Modelling from last year found up to 16,000 of Phillip Island's little penguins could be wiped out under a worst-case scenario, and that vaccinating the colony after the virus had reached it would most likely be too late. It's a scenario that officials are now racing to avoid amid recent confirmation that the virus had been detected on the island.
Police have admitted they will likely never find the body of a baby boy killed in last month's devastating double murder-suicide near Port MacDonnell. Authorities have called off their search for the infant, and as they investigate the circumstances of the deaths, they are pleading with the community to stop persistent rumors.
After searching from the air, on land and most recently deploying dive teams below Cape Northumberland, police are forced to make a heartbreaking concession.
Unfortunately, they were not able to find Lewis, and the grim reality is that he is unlikely now ever to be found.
3-month-old Lewis and his 2-year-old sister Hazel died with their mother, Helena Wright, leaving behind the children's father, Brad. Police declaring the incident near Port MacDonnell on the 27th of July a double murder-suicide after recovering the bodies of the mother and daughter. As they continue to investigate what led to the tragedy, authorities remain reluctant to comment on why Miss Wright went to police the day before the tragedy and what came of that interaction.
We're not hiding anything, it's just a confidential brief at this stage, and our commitment is to the coroner.
As investigators prepare their confidential report for the coroner, community speculation around the murder-suicide has persisted. Police calling out online rumours about Miss Wright's life and health in the lead-up to the deaths.
For that to be filled with the rubbish that we're seeing out there helps nobody, and it's incredibly distressing, I'm sure, for Mr. Wright and the extended family.
Community leaders echoing the call for calm.
If people can just step back and we give the family time to grieve.
Police say they're ready to respond should Lewis's body be found, and they're still seeking information about the movements of an Isuzu MUX owned by Miss Wright on the day of the deaths.
For the first time, Victoria's First People's Assembly is exercising its right to question government policy. The democratically elected body has asked the state government to immediately withdraw a bill which would make it legal to deny inmates an hour of time outside. Despite concern from minor parties and independents, the bill is expected to pass Parliament this week with coalition support.
Critics call it the No Air in Prison bill.
Prisoners aren't second-class citizens, they're just like everyone else, and they deserve fresh air just like everyone else.
The Victorian Government's Corrections Amendment Bill makes a prisoner's right to be let out into the open air subject to staffing and safety, which has angered former prisoners and human rights groups.
We do really need this bill not to be passed because it's wrong. I feel that it's wrong.
It would give more reasons to corrections and for operational reasons to prevent people from getting outside time.
And there's particular concern from a First Nations standpoint.
We are already overrepresented in the Victorian prisons.
In its first intervention on government policy since statewide treaty was passed last year, the First People's Assembly of Victoria has made a submission to the government asking that it scrap the bill. It says it's not in the spirit or intent of treaty. Legal advocates say the bill is a byproduct of a corrections system under increasing pressure.
More restricted bail laws that have left more strain on the prison system.
The government says the legal changes allow for operational decisions to ensure access to open air can be managed safely. But those who have been on the inside are adamant daily fresh air is not optional.
It's time away from the prison. You get to go outside, think about things, look at the sun, look at the sky, same sky that other people look at outside those walls.
And that ends the news segment. Sport is next. Stay with us.
New Fabuloso multi-purpose cleaner with an irresistible fragrance that lasts all day long, creating a field of flowers in every corner of your home with an irresistible fragrance that lasts and lasts all day long. Fabuloso, irresistible fragrance.
You sabi to Wholesome Condom and one way where you can abrusim seek HIV, STI na unplanned pregnancy? Tingim, use him condom long right way. Stop safe na look out him you yet. Use him condom all get a time. Suppose you know save long HIV status long partner blog you or suppose you got plenty partner. Use him condom good all get a time. Long haborusim seek HIV, STI na unplanned pregnancies. Use him condom banisim you yet na future blog you. This platok save ikam long National AIDS Council Secretariat.
P&G's favorite soft drink now in bottles. Goldspot brings you fresh, bold flavors in brand new 500ml bottles. Taste the rainbow. More freshness, more flavor, more fun. Lime, orange, raspberry, and pineapple. Proudly made in P&G. Proudly Goldspot.
Dad's gonna be home soon. Dinner's not ready. He's gonna be mad. Mom's trying her best. If it's not ready, oh no. I'm proud of my old man. If he can change, anyone can.
From our homes, where every morning starts with a taste we all love. A taste that holds memories and sheds stories. A taste that can bring friends together. Made with care and loved in every corner of P&G. Inspired by our champions and rooted by our family values. Snacks, so crunchy and tasty, it's irresistible.
Trindle, it opens up, found an offload and they found it.
Marju's wrong-footed, Jed Stewart goes all the way off the left bump and it's score!
Striding away.
It's just hanging on, it is over! Broncos score quickly stuff. Here's Valentina again, Valentina bowling inside, and Mr. Peter! What a way, what a try!
In sports, the 2026 Host Plus Cup campaign has been one of the toughest for some of the young talents in the P&G Hunters squad. Despite the adversity, senior edge forward Murray Connors and right winger Miles Barnum say the group has stayed positive, connected and committed at training.
Murray Connors, now in his third season with the Hunters, credited his faith for giving him the strength and a resilient mindset through a difficult year.
Thank you to the one above. Without him, I wouldn't come this far. Honestly, thank you to him. And yeah, it's a tough season for us. Losing plenty of games, preparation and going forward, but yet we losing game. But thank you for our boys. Though we plan to lose, maybe make game. Thank you, Lord boys, Lord. Though energy, Lord, put you come inside. Still, maybe go forward. Yet there's plenty talk, but the second, maybe play it. Maybe set him energy, maybe go forward. Yet no matter what, I think maybe facing stuff.
He added that the season has tested the team's character week in, week out, but has also taught them to stay resilient and keep working to improve.
It's a season, a tough season, and plenty something maybe line him through this last season. This last season, I believe I'm checking character maybe week in, week out, because we don't know winning game now. Character and attitude towards training maybe reveal him. maybe give up in this or this lah, but energy and stuff it no matter what maybe go through la pundon kira bis lah yeah maybe go dark or night or but still maybe kira bet cherry maybe go gam winning it season.
East Britain Agma Gurria's flyer Miles Bonham, who missed 6 weeks with an ankle injury, said he's enjoyed his debut season and learned much from Coach Paul Ayton and the coaching staff. He thanked senior players and his family for their support during the recovery period.
Just need to finish strong and try to be consistent these last 3 games.
With 3 games remaining, Bonham has vowed to stay injury-free and finish off the season on a positive note.
Yeah, I missed about 6 weeks, and then last week first game back. This week will be my second game. Big thanks to family lo continuous support lo mean. Great go back lo skip and game some big advice lo mean.
Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
PNG Hunters will mark their last home game of the 2026 season with an old boys round when they welcome the return of past Hunters players who will join the fans in supporting the Hunters when they host the 14th place Western Clydesdales in round 21 of the Host Plus Cup at Santos National Football Stadium this Saturday.
At a difficult season, Hunters coach Paul Ayton expressed that this round will be a special one given the return of past players to join the fans in supporting the team.
Some of the old boys who represented the Hunters, and I think the club is around. I think they're going to walk around as well, so it's a special day for us. Most definitely. I mean, we're PNG Hunters, the Papua New Guinea's team, so they're pretty motivated most weeks. But I think having your fellow Hunter that was played before you and all those numbers that went before them, I think it's pretty special for us.
Ayton also confirmed a strong selection boost for the weekend, with a number of key players returning from injury.
They play a different kind of footy. I know the Walker brothers, and they're got a different type of mindset in league, and they're gelling as the season goes, and they're playing some good footy. It's very different from us, but we've trained for it, so I'm sure we'll be able to handle it.
On the opposition, Ayton warned that under the Walker brothers, the Clydesdales have adopted a different style and have been playing good football late in the season. Ayton highlighted the importance of game time for the club's newer players.
I think it would have been probably hard for some of those players to get some game time, but this year they were able to get game time, and a lot more than they would have. So I think that's the only positive that we can take out of this season. I've seen a lot of growth as well. Looking back over the games and just seeing some of the boys adapt and get better and better. And a perfect example is we played Redcliffe Dolphins. That first half, some great defence there, but we let ourselves down. So there are positives in there. There are positives, and I definitely see improvements each week. So that's probably what I take out of it.
When asked about Hunters players pushing for Kumul selection, Ayton said he was quietly confident a few players had made a case for consideration, though the final selections rest with the Kumul's coach and the staff. Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
The PNG National Rugby League has handed down its decision on the abandoned round 17 match between the Lay Snakes Tigers and Wampnaga Mount Hagen Eagles, awarding 1 competition point to each team. The match between Tigers and Eagles was suspended about 10 minutes into the second half following an on-field confrontation involving players and supporters. The scores were locked at 6-all at halftime break, with both teams looking to take control in the second half. The Tigers then scored a try to take the lead. The referee awarded the try, but Eagles players disputed the decision, claiming there was a knock-on in an attempt to ground a ball. The disagreement escalated into a confrontation on the field involving players and supporters, forcing officials to abandon the match. Following its review, the PNG NRLC has decided that both teams will receive 1 competition point each from the fixture. The decision has significant implications for the competition standings, with the Hagen Eagles moving into 6th place, while the Goroka Lahanis, initially locked in top 6, dropped to 7th. Following this decision, both teams are now sitting on 19 points, with only 1 round remaining before the finals. The final round will therefore be crucial, with the Eagles looking to cement their place in the top 6, while the Lahanis face the pressure of needing a strong result to keep their finals hope alive. For the Eagles, the PNG NRLC's decision will come as a boost, while the Lahanis will be disappointed with the outcome as finals near. With just 1 round remaining, the battle for a place in the finals is set for a dramatic finish. Emerging rugby league talent Gabriel Silic is a product of the Egmark Bougainville Nines tournament, an important rugby league development platform on the island. He debuted with the Gurias this season.
For the Gurias after playing in the Egmark Bougainville Rugby League Nines tournament held in Buka late last year. Before his Guria debut in round 14 against the Eagles, he was part of the Gurias extended squad and development pathway program, enabling him to transition smoothly into the Digital Action Mobile Cup. Bougainville historically produced many great rugby league players during the 1970s and early 1990s. However, the Bougainville crisis stole this, giving way to Rugby Union Sevens. Gabriel's generation grew up mainly watching Rugby Union Sevens until the introduction of the Egmark Bougainville Nines 2 years ago revitalized rugby league interest.
Grow up tamlolo Bougainville miluki mo se league no sa on Thomas like one time cholem sa on 1 year on 1 year off all mangi sa keep fit na stablo sevens union all boys sa play lo black kids sa go travel out come back once league em on all boys sa go play league na league em like em no on all mangi sa concentrate lo rugby union
The Egmark Bougainville Nines tournament, founded as an offshoot of Egmark Guria's original off-season Nines tournament, started in 2009, initially by the Egmark franchise owner, late John Nightingale, and former Guria player coach Michael Marum. This tournament plays a critical role in developing local talent. Gabriel's uncles, Michael and especially Robert Pau, inspired him, with Robert having played previously for the Gurias. Gabriel grew up aspiring to follow his uncle's footsteps by representing the Gurias.
Grow up kamanta Benny tupla Uncle Lumi, Michael na Robert Pau. What's it tupla play go na once Gurias pick him Uncle Lumi Robert Pau. I'm gonna play lo Gurias. I'm inspiring me lo. I'm play lo Gurias. Following footstep blem.
Gabriel initially played 13th rugby league game for the Kieta Bubs before impressing at the Egmark Bougainville Nines. Upon joining Gurias, he embraced the cultural and competitive environment, gaining valuable experience by playing alongside players from different regions.
All pikimilo Egmark Bougainville Nines come like mika start lo new play environment, mika meet all new play all boys like all to come all different places. Na mika start to lape like me line him some all new play something where me no bin some make him leme mika start lo yeah want the team me line him.
When reflecting back on his debut game with Gurias in the Digital Action Mobile Cup, he said it was an emotional moment, fulfilling a childhood dream and making his family proud. Gabriel acknowledges the challenge of adjusting to the increased pace and intensity of the competition compared to the local club levels. Terry Longwood, TVWAN Sports.
Leicester FC suffered a 1-3 defeat to Vanuatu's Galaxy FC in their second Group B match of the OFC Men's Champions League in Fiji yesterday.
Leicester City started brightly and took the lead in the 13th minute through Charles Hayes. The defender rose above the Galaxy defense to head on a well-delivered free kick from Langrab Samuel. Galaxy FC responded strongly and found the equalizer just before half-time. Brazilian forward William dos Santos Medina finished well in the 40th minute to level the score at 1-1 going into the break. Play City had a golden opportunity to regain the lead early in the second half. Solomon Kamake managed to round the Galaxy goalkeeper, but his effort went wide and hit the side netting. Galaxy then gained control of the match and turned the game into their favor. Medina struck twice in quick succession in the 69th and 70th minutes to complete his hat-trick and give Galaxy FC a 3-1 lead. Lay FC could not find a way back into the match as Galaxy held on for a convincing victory. The result confirms Galaxy FC's place in the semi-finals of the OFC Men's Champions League. Papua New Guinea side will be hoping to finish the group stage strongly and return to winning form in the next match. Lay City will face their final Group B challenge on August 16th, with the team looking to produce a much improved performance and end their campaign on a positive note. Despite the setback, Lay City showed attacking promise early in the match and will now focus on correcting their mistakes before their final group encounter. Ruth Rongola, TV1 Sports.
The Sydney Roosters and Penrith Panthers will open this round of the NRL at the Combank Stadium tonight. Kickoff is scheduled at 7:50 p.m. The Panthers enter the contest determined to respond after a disappointing loss to New Zealand Warriors last weekend in New Zealand. Their recent performances have lacked consistency and discipline, something that had defined Penrith in recent seasons. Tonight's clash presents an opportunity to restore confidence and momentum for the NRL competition leaders. The Roosters, meanwhile, come into the match in exceptional form and will be confident of continuing their surge towards the business end of the season. Their recent performances have demonstrated both attacking firepower and defensive resilience, making them a dangerous opponent for the Penrith Panthers. However, the Roosters will have to overcome the absence of skipper James Tedesco, whose experience and leadership has been central to the side for years. The ongoing contract negotiations surrounding playmaker Sam Walker could also provide an additional storyline, although the Roosters will be determined to ensure off-field uncertainty does not distract them for the task at hand. For Panthers, it is a chance to silence doubts and make a statement. For the Roosters, victory would further strengthen their credentials as a genuine premiership threat. The match will be broadcasted live on TV1 Sports. And now the weather report. In regional focus, Southern, Port Moresby, Alatau and Popondetta, partly cloudy. Daru, partly cloudy with brief evening-afternoon showers. Momase, Lay, partly cloudy with few showers. Vanimo, partly cloudy with possible few showers. New Guinea Islands, Kokoporabaul, partly cloudy with possible brief showers. Kimbe, mostly fine, partly cloudy. Buka, partly cloudy with some showers. And Highlands region, Mount Hagen becoming cloudy with few showers. Mandi, Tari and Wabeg, cloudy periods with few showers. Ocean forecast for PNG areas for the next 24 hours. Coral Sea, seas moderate with southeast winds at 15 to 20 knots. Solomon Seas, seas light to moderate with southeast winds at 10 to 20 knots. Bismarck Sea, seas moderate to rough, becoming slight over the eastern sector with southeast winds of 20 to 25 knots, decreasing at 10 to 15 knots over the eastern sector. Pacific Ocean, seas light, becoming moderate to rather rough over the eastern sector with south to southwest winds of 10 to 15 knots west of 353 degrees Celsius east, with south to southwest winds of 10 to 50 knots west of 153 degrees east, reaching 20 to 24 knots east of 153 degrees east. And coastal waters forecast. Waters of Samurai to all Mill Bay Islands to Cape Ogle, seas 1.5 to 2.0 meters, rising to 2.0 to 2.5 meters at times. Waters of Cape Vogel to Huon Gulf to Finsafen sees 0.5 to 1.3 meters, increasing to 2.0 meters over open waters to Finsafen. Waters from Finsafen through Vitias and Dampier Straits to Siasi and Long Islands sees 2.0 to 3.0 meters over warning areas. This evening's news ends on that note. Thanks for your company. Good night.
The TVWAN News was proudly brought to you by